Welcome one more day. Today we are going to explain one of the most profitable strategies we have seen to date. As you know, we are a group of traders with more than 10 years of experience, who are testing and adapting strategies from the world of trading, especially for the cryptocurrency market, but which in turn you can also use in other types of markets, such as Forex or traditional stocks. In fact, this particular strategy has been adapted from an old strategy that was only used in some Forex pairs, and we have managed to adapt it to work on other assets. Specifically, today we will explain how they work on the Bitcoin chart, but as I always tell you, all these strategies that we bring you will always be able to adapt them to other types of markets and to your trading style. And in particular, this one seemed quite spectacular to us, since in almost 1 month we achieved 100% profit. That is, we managed to double our account in less than 30 days. Before starting, we will leave you in the description the link to the best cryptocurrency trading platform, which will also give you some bonuses so that you can start more easily in this world of trading. To begin with, what we need is to go to the indicator area, and we would look for trend magic. Here we have it, we play, and it would work out this way. I sincerely recommend that you always place these types of indicators with green and red, so that your brain always adapts green to rise, for an upward movement, and red for the opposite, for a downward movement. As I said, we have backtested this strategy in different ways, in different times, but the time period that has worked best is the 30-minute one. Well, as you can see, this indicator is very simple. It gives us a green zone in uptrends, and red zones when a downtrend is more likely to start. But we'll have to add another indicator in order to combine and create the strategy. We would look at CM Slingshot indicators. Here we have it, we click, and it's already added to us. As you can see, we also have a kind of larger, visually more specific trend zone, and we would have to change a couple of things to it. First of all, we would have to remove both of these options. Because you can read that this first one, if we leave it checked, would show us more aggressive entries, and this in particular, in assets as volatile as Bitcoin or the rest of the cryptocurrencies, is not profitable, but we will simply have to go for those more conservative entries. Then in style we have different colors. We are going to leave it in green, red, and blue for the candles that mark the perfect entrance. And simply with this, we could see where are the key areas that we would have to enter. In this case, we can clearly see that we have been following an uptrend for quite some time, and we just have to look at these blue candles that will be our entry zone. In this case, since we have both the slingshot indicator, that is, this fatter trend, and a positive, upward trend, together with the magic train, in green, which also shows an upward trend, that is when we have to look for a long entry. And where do we place our operation? As you can see, whenever a candle marks us in light blue, we also get an arrow in green, and after having those two rules fulfilled, that both indicators are in an uptrend, if we see a blue candle of this style that closes above both, we would simply have to place our trade there. In this case, in the long term, we would place the stop loss below the previous lows. Even if we see that the zone is in a range, we could increase it a little more, and here we could directly look for a coefficient of 1 to 2, and for the take profit we would have several options. We have been studying that simply by looking for trades with a ratio of 1.5 to 1, that is, with a take profit of 150. With a stop loss of 1, we achieved the highest win rate without suffering any risk. However, it is a type of strategy, which in the event that we let it run to levels of the ratio 2 to 1, even 3 to 1, or even protecting our trade with the rest of the knowledge we have from the trading world, that is, letting it run and then if we see any type of correction, protect it both with trend lines and with Fibonacci and collect when we see a pullback, such as taking it to this area here. The benefits can be spectacular in the long term, and this is how we double our account in less than 30 days. But to begin with, I will always recommend that you go to the safest formula, those operations with a coefficient of 1.5 to 1, because in addition, you can also leave the operations already in place, and go about your life without needing to be aware of the computer. We have another entry a little later, but this time something different since we see that blue candle, that long entry mark, is currently in an area where the trend magic indicator, in this case, is in red. So what do we have to do? Get in right here? We could take risks if we had studied this area, and we had that extra security to enter right at this point. But otherwise all we would have to do is wait for that trend magic to turn green, also wait for us to have a green candle closing above it, and there we would look for our trade. We would place it right at the close of that candle, and we would also place our stop loss. In this case it would be approximately 2, and remember that we have to look for that coefficient of 1.5 to 1. So our take profit would be more or less around here, and as you can see in the next half hour, on the next candle, we would have won that trade. As you can see, if we let the price run even further, we could have obtained incredible percentages, reaching practically 16 to 17%. And of course, if you look at any time, no red candle has closed below that trend magic, which would be the case in which we should close our trade if we let it run and were pending. That is, the moment when we should close it would be in this area here, when this candle will close in the negative. Basically, the trade would look like this and our profit would be 12.66%, achieving a ratio greater than 6 to 1, incredible profits for such a simple strategy. But this does not end here. But the most important thing about this strategy is to be able to combine it with other types of simpler indicators that we already know, such as the MC, because it will help us to have an even better view of everything that is happening in the market. As you can see in this first trade we took, which is on this blue candle here, it also coincides with an upward break and inflow of liquidity that the MACD shows us, giving us another confirmation of entry at that time. The same thing would happen with the second trade we made, just our entry candle also coincides with another upward break on the part of the MACD. And also when it comes to collecting those trades that we let go, we also have to bear in mind that the MACD cut, in this case to the downside, occurred right on this candle. So we already know that we need to be vigilant, or even sell directly at that point without waiting for that red candle to close below trend magic. It's certainly a strategy that all of you need to try. A very simple strategy for all those who are just starting out in this world of trading, such as those who have been around for a while, because its effectiveness has been proven, and combining it with your knowledge, you will surely be able to get much more out of it. Thank you very much for being there one more day. If you want us to bring you more proven, real trading strategies that work, you just have to hit the like button, which is free, share this video, and give us a comment on the results you have obtained using this strategy. In addition, in the description we will leave you the link to the best cryptocurrency trading platform that we currently have, and that you can also get some type of bonus. See you in the next video.